just wanted to do it every time the odd ones out because James from the odd ones out house. He also did. Yeah, I'm filming this in photos and not at my desk. So yeah, this is just something different that I like to do. Anyway, today I am going to read a book called Dr. Seuss. Oh, and one more thing. I'm only going to make one video about me reading this book because I got the Dr. Seuss book from the Tinley Park Public Library, and you should really go there because it's great. It's fantastic. I like the library. Okay, so now I'm going to read the book Dr. Seuss. I'm sorry if it gets loud. It's raining today, and I'm filming this on March. I'm filming this video on Wednesday in March, on the second to last week of March. So, and it's Wednesday, but. So yeah, is it March 23 or 24? That's what I'm asking. Anyway, I'm just gonna read this book to you, Dr. Seuss. Okay. Dr. Seuss was a master storyteller. The man made mischief with a cat in a hat. He also created an imaginary town called Whoville. An important thing that Dr. Seuss says, I like nonsense. It wakes up the brain cells. Fun fact, Seuss is supposed to rhyme with voice, not goose. The doctor never minded that people mispronounced it. For more than 50 years, the doctor created strange characters and charming rhymes to make reading fun. And here's a picture of the famous writer Dr. Seuss Geisel. A creative kid. Dr. Seuss was born Theodore Ted Seuss Geisel on March 2, 1904. He grew up in Springfield, Massachusetts. His family ran a successful business there. Something important that Dr. Seuss says. Words and pictures are yin and yang. Fun fact, one of Ted's favorite comics was Crazy Cat. The cat in the stripe led Ted to create his own cat character. As a boy, Ted enjoyed reading books and comics. His mom's bedtime rhymes made him want to write funny poems. He also drew a lot. Many sketches were of animals at the local zoo. And here's the Crazy Cat comic that Dr. Seuss liked to read. If you want, you can pause the video and read it for yourself. Actually, the words are too blurry for you, aren't they? Yeah. So, yeah, maybe you should just get a copy from the library or the bookstore and read it from there. Something important that Dr. Seuss says. The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. After high school, Ted left for college. He studied English at Dartmouth College in New Hampshire. He became head editor of the school's magazine, the Jack-O-Lantern. This is when he first used his famous pen name, Seuss. Then Ted studied at Oxford University in England to become a professor. However, he soon stopped to focus on his art. And here's a picture of Dartmouth College, the college he went to. Cartoonist and ad man. Ted moved to New York City to find a job. He drew cartoons for Judge magazine. Then he started to create advertisements. His most popular advertisements were for Flit bug spray. Fun fact: the Saturday Evening Post was the first big time magazine to print one of Ted's cartoons. During World War II, Ted drew more than 400 political cartoons. He also made films and other training materials for the United States Army. And here's one of the pictures he drew in World War II. Yeah. It says, "Help win the war, squeeze in one more. Ho, ho, hi, ho. It's off to work we go. Hi, ho, hi, ho. It's off to work we go. Help win the war, squeeze in one more." I just wanted for you to see. A published author. Ted was under a contract for his advertising work. The argument limited his other creative projects. Still, he had the freedom to publish for children. Unfortunately, editors rejected his book ideas over and over. Finally, "And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street" was printed. It had taken more than 20 failed tries for this to happen. Something important that Dr. Seuss says, "So the writer who breeds more words than he needs is making a chore for the reader who reads." And here's the book that and here's his first book, and here's a picture of his first book. "And to think I saw it on Mulberry Street." And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. I pronounce it right. Spreading a love of reading. In the 1950s, the United States had many struggling young readers. Some people blamed boring books. To respond, two publishers asked Ted to create a fun, easy read. Ted pulled words from a list for beginning readers. He used the 236 chosen words to write The Cat in the Hat. Kids and adults both praised the finished book. Fun fact, a few years later, Ted wrote Green Eggs and Ham with only 50 words. Yeah. Ted's silly approach to writing attracted readers. He organized simple words into clever rhymes. He even made up new words such as nerd. Selected works. And To Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street, published in 1937. The 500 Hats of Bartholomew Cubbins, published in 1938. McElligot's Pool, published in 1947. Bartholomew and the Oobleck, published in 1949. If I Ran the Zoo, published in 1950. Gordon Here's a Who, published in 1954. The Cat in the Hat, published in 1957. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, 1957. Green Eggs and Ham, published in 1960. One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish, published in 1960. The Lorax, published in 1971. Oh, the Places You'll Go, published in 1991. Something important that Dr. Seuss says. I think I could draw normally if I wanted to, but I see no reason to. Recreate something that's already created. Playful illustrations support his text and offer bonus details. They let readers see the grumpy Grinch, the happy Who's, and other interesting characters. Strong outlines, motion lines, and bright colors help everything pop off the page. I'm liking this book. Fun fact, Ted received a special Pulitzer Prize in 1984 for his effect on reading. Ted did not pack his books with text. Still, he found ways to say a lot with his words. Common themes include being good to others and yourself. Some of Ted's stories here share his beliefs. He showed in Yertle the Turtle how a dictator is a villain. With the Lorax, he urged readers to care more about nature. Pop culture connection. The book, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, has been adapted into many forms. The story hit television in 1966, the stage in 1994, and movie theaters in 2000. And here's a picture of the real-life Grinch. Well, yeah, at least with face paint. Yeah. I feel like one of my classmates, Avia, would like to hear that. Anyway, The magic remains. Ted passed away in 1991. However, his classics are here to stay. The books have a magic about them. They turn young children into book lovers. They push all readers to stand up for their beliefs. Fun fact, What Pet Should I Get was first published in 2015. I want to know something funny? 2015 is 1 year after I was born. Ted's wife discovered the work after his death. And here's a picture of the cover of What Pet Should I Get? Important dates. 1904, Theodore Seuss Geisel is born on March 2. 1925, Ted first uses Seuss as his pen name. 1928, Ted begins creating advertisements for a Flick bug spray. 1947, Ted's first children's book, Into Pink But I Saw It on Mulberry Street, is published. 1948, Mick Elligott's Pool is the first of 3 books to earn District honors for its artwork. 1957, The Cat in the Hat is published for beginning readers. 1984, Ted wins a special Pulitzer Prize. 1991, Ted passes away on September 24. 2000, Seussical, a musical, comes to the stage. 2000, How the Grinch Stole Christmas is Ted's first book to become a movie. 2004, Ted is awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. 2015, What Pet Should I Get is published. For years to come, fans will celebrate Dr. Seuss Day on March 2. And here's glossary and to learn more and index. So yeah, bye everyone. Have a great day.